This conference will now be recorded.
So normally, what human do like in day-to-day life, okay, but actually computer, okay. So if you say we press a button, so if you like say I want to start this presentation, I want to go here, okay, and I want to see the button of starting of the presentation, okay. So same thing at in the automation, the main thing is this at about to how you are going to mimic the human action, okay. So all thing is all about the robotics and the automation. Okay, it's all about how you are going to mimic the human action to do it, complete the process. Okay, so some of the process can be completed completely without any human interaction. All the human interaction can be completed. Okay, so there will be no human interaction. So that type of the process normally we referred in robotics is called as RPA. Okay, so that is completely without any process automation. So the complete process can be run by the computer or the bots. Okay, so that is normally referred as bots. And some of the process they are complex. They are required some intelligence of the human. What decision needs to be taken, like uh, you have some, but within that process you have something like if you say you want to copy some of the details from one screen to another. Okay, one applications to another. Okay, so that time, what you it's like is that that is going to help you for some part of your process. Okay, so that is actually referred in the robotics term RDA, robotics desktop automation. So in the desktop means you are doing some part of the job can be automated. Okay, so robotics is a combination of RPA and RDA. Okay, and within these two combination, other things can go derive that, and depend on that, it go for different type of the application. So most of the application normally robotics comes with the Windows, okay, and uh, so every Windows application, Java application, and any web application which actually can be accessible from the web page or as a web application, single page application, okay. So and then your Microsoft Offices, okay, all that like your Outlook, Excel, everything comes into the part of the automation, okay, and there are some complex things is also available how you are going to access your application. Sometimes you access your application via VPN or Citrix. Okay, so that time you have your own system, but you are accessing some application by the Citrix. Okay, and you have some other type of application like your DOS, Unix, and Windows. Okay, so for that, a different type of strategy is required. How you are going to do the automation in that. Oh, sorry. Okay, so that is the different type of automation and different type of process is required for different type of application, different type of um, mainframe. Like if you say it's like it's a mainframe, okay, most of the legacy applications are based on the mainframe. So how we are going to do handle the mainframe? In mainframe, it doesn't handle the mouse. It actually like work with the keyboard main of the thing. So how you're going to enter the enter key in there and how you're going to automate that part. So that is covered at in overall like we are going to do that. Okay. So overall, if you see CRSA course, just a minute. Okay, so this is mainly these are the five topics which covered about the CRSA: system integration, project management, deployment, diagnostic, and solution and automation design. Okay, so these are the five topics which is contained for the robotics course. So which I actually already told in the system integration, like you have different type of Windows integration, different web integrator, text adapter is mainly required for your DOS, Unix, and the mainframe. Okay, and how we are going to integrate with Pega, you have Pega application actually within the Pega, how you're going to integrate with both RPA and RD solution with Pega. Okay, then Microsoft Office, how you're going to create your own custom DLL. Sometimes actually some of the application doesn't work with Pega or in the robotics. Okay, so how you're going to create your own DLL, some utilities to work with that. So that is like you're going to create your own DLL files and you're going to use them. Okay. Citrix that I told, Citrix has a different way of working. So how we are going to interact with Citrix? Okay, Citrix is like we cannot show it in practical, but we'll give you in theoretical how we're going to handle it out. And the databases, like there are different databases available, like you have Microsoft Access, SQL Server, Oracle. So how you're going to integrate, how you're going to run the query using the robotics within that. Okay, and then most of the things like the process of like there are different components which is given by automation. So we need to see that how we're going to use them. Okay, and all these are related to the automation, the integration and matching. So how we are going to see that out, how actually automation works by the robotics in that. Project management, yeah, this is like to see the requirement gathering. Like this is like not required as part of the development point of view, but this is required to understand how your robotic solution is feasible. Okay, how much efficiency or how much like human can be replaced, how much you are going to FTA, you are going to say how you're going to estimate your robotics. Okay, how much main hours you're going to save, how much the process should take. So that is like and which application can be automated, and you are going to get more benefit. So that is like it's part of the project management. The deployment, normally like once you have so normally here also you have the similar process. The deployment, once you have completed your application, how you're going to move that into the um, runtime environment in production. Okay, and how you're going to use from that. Okay, so that is like during the deployment we'll see that out, how we are going to uh, do we need to deploy into a server so that it will be the same thing will be used for everyone, or are we going to use into individual desktop. So that is the two process. We'll see that out in the deployment and the diagnostic. So this is actually the key point. And so Pega Robotics is completely based on the Visual Studio. Okay, so if you have a good background on the .NET, this will be help you to debugging, because all the features of the breakpoints, try and catch, all are like log files are similar to the .NET platform, CSAR platform. Okay, so that is actually used by the robotics itself, but they enhance the same platform to get it more features within that. Okay, so if you have a prior background on the .NET or the Visual Studio platform, that will help to learn more better in that. Okay, so diagnostic wise, they have given multiple options like same breakpoints. You can apply the you can able to see how the automation is working from step by step. You have data path, you have execution path. Okay, so there we can see uh, how information is moving on that. Okay, and how we are going to see the different log files, how we are going to analyze the log files from that. Okay, so that will be we understand from that, which can be useful to understand where we are going wrong on that. And finally, there are so many other things available. Okay, so this is like what is the best practice to do the coding, and how we are going to define the automation, how we are going to define the user interfaces, how we are going to use the message manifest, and how we are going to interact with the multiple project with the interaction framework. Okay, so that is in Pega we have like called as project to project reference or the interaction reference. Yeah. So this is it like the overall thing, and then finally about the certification. So certification mainly consists of 60 questions and 90 minutes, and passing grade is 70%. Okay. So same thing, the five topic: system integration 32, project management 18, diagnostic 22, and the automation part comes up with a 23%. Okay.
I have
So
a question here.
just a minute, I think.
So are there any prerequisites for this certification?
Just a minute. Just a minute. My voice, maybe you are not hearing it properly. Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, Naveen, can you can
So are there any prerequisites to clear the certification?
No, there is no prerequisites.
Oh, okay.
There is no prerequisites for the CRSA. Actually, you can appear for CRSA without any previous certification.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so let's actually just we'll see that out. So okay, so CRSE is actually like little bit tough. Okay, so mainly like what actually like Pega has given certification wise, this is very tough because most of the questions required more practical experience. Okay, so whatever the things actually like we have that apart apart from that, actually like in the robotics, um, just a minute. Okay, so this is like Pega has robotic studio, so we'll just see that out. And so, any other query, Naveen, Vijay? Yeah, and okay, I'll tell you another thing. Actually, see, actually, in the market there are three other tool, which is four other tool. Okay, which is actually competing with robotics. So they are actually like automation anywhere. Okay, they are also Blue Prism and UiPath and the Work Fusion. Okay, so they are the other four tools which are actually providing the same feature, but everyone has his own advantage. Okay, actually like because they are actually like small in size. All the four company which is there are small in size. They are revenue wise also they are trying to explore more. So last before that actually Prism was the more used by the everyone, but now UiPath is gaining advantage. UiPath is moving ahead with the top one now. And yeah, so this is also comes in the top four. Okay, so but the main advantage of Pega Robotics is actually like they have with the associated with Pega, and they are selling this with the Pega application itself. Okay, they have license made with the Pega itself. So um, so they are more emphasizing of the Pega Robotics use within the Pega applications, and other application also can be used by that.
So you
Workfusion
don't
has
have to
completely different
separately.
strategy. Sorry.
So they don't have to separately buy robotics. So if you have Pega, the robotics also is provided
Yes,
along.
they are. Yes. So whichever actually going with the new version of the Pega, actually like they are selling it with the jumbled one. So I think they have once actually they started. I think with 7.4 or some version they started that feature. So they are selling the robotics as well within the Pega itself. And they you can get a separate license for robotics, but because if you don't want Pega, you can go for robotics as well. It's not mean that actually they are selling it only with the Pega. So there are different licenses they are providing, and once like one customer is approaching with the Pega, they are selling it as well, robotics as well within that. And now it's like with Pega Robotics Infinity customer service, actually they have actually like their own good product about the customer service framework. So they have included robotics within that customer service as well. So most of the task which is done by the customer or agent or CSR during that, it can be automated within there as well. So they have introduced one feature, robotics process automation with the customer service interaction portal as well.
Okay. 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 Another question, you said robotics certification is difficult. So, like,
Yes.
once we plan to do that Pega Academy course, which they have
Mm-hmm.
robotics and do whatever advanced. topics they have. Is it not
Hmm.
cleared certification, or we need to do
Yeah,
something?
that's I told. So main thing actually, because I have completed the certification. Okay, so what I feel is only doing the certification, the course will not sufficient.
No.
So main thing actually, which I feel is actually you have a lot of things to be covered. Okay, so if you say the main thing which is the questions is coming from this help.
Okay. So
So once we start. Mhm.
is there any robotics version we need to follow? This is 8 version.
Yeah, actually, most of them are now with the 8. Okay, and within the 8, they have actually what they are doing is actually they are giving multiple patches. Okay, so there comes up with 1067, 10 like that. So within 8, also we have 1067, 1091, 1089. So they have multiple flavors within the uh, robotics. So each version may have different feature or some of the bug fixes they are trying to enhance it in that. So if you see, if you go help, if you go about the robotic studio, you will see the current version. So here is mine is 801089.
Okay.
I think current one is is more than there. So current version is 11 something like that one there.
Okay.
So this is it's sufficient. 1089 is also good enough for to learn. Okay, so there are some other things if you say you are facing some issues, okay, or what actually the main dependency of the robotic solution is they have a lot of dependencies. Because see, when you are creating a solution, it depend on the windows. Okay, if any windows solution changes, okay, so if you say you got an upgrade on the windows, okay, so some of the robotics feature will not work with that windows, so they need to give it in a fix again.
No.
Like if you say go for internet explorer, okay, some of the internet explorer doesn't uh, some new advanced version of the internet explorer came up, so you need to change your solution for that.
Okay. So there
So
is a dependency on third-party tools also.
yes, that is
Vendor.
because see, you are going to automate the solution like your applications.
Yeah.
So if it is dependent on that, or then you need to change your robotic studio as well, because that is completely dependent on the services which is provided by the third party.
Okay. So coming back to the topics you were saying, right? So you had to follow help to clear the certification.
Yes, this is you need to go through this main thing on this one is the deployment. Deployment is actually only way 5%, so that's fine. This is main thing which we need to understand a lot. Okay, like how the diagnostic different log files, what are the content of the each log file, and what is going to happen from the uh, this is more required. And another thing which is face is I think with the platform configuration. Yeah, this is that option. Like what is the use of this OpenSpan INA file? Okay, how this open time runtime. So there are the how we are going to use this configuration. What are the different option which is available in these files and how we are going to use them. So that will be very much useful. Other things automation, components, and control are mainly covered. Okay, actually and course also doesn't cover all of them. If you see it here, um, what we have in um, courses, so that doesn't cover everything. Okay, but here we have a lot of other things also available. So that is we need to cover if you want to go for certification finally, we should cover the complete help. Okay, and I'll show you another place where that will be useful for the certification. Okay, just a minute. So if you can see Launchpad, so within the Launchpad you can see option of robotics. Yeah, just a minute. No, I think this you need to go with this. Yeah, so if you see it here, you need to go with all this as well. Okay, getting to know, getting started to Pega robotics, leveraging robotics, benefits of the robotics, RDA, RPA, and it's not there. What actually I want? This is like these 9 videos need to be set at the first, okay, and then yeah, we need to come here, and there are a lot of other documents which you need to cover from here. So here you can see what are the different application is supported by the automation. So we need to see if that is supported application or not. Otherwise, we need to request or we need to do for custom scripting. Okay, installations. Yeah. So this is like you can see like many uh, help files. Okay, these are the things like we need to go for this. There are the different examples which is given here. Um, so we need to go for all these things as well. So this is like some of the things which is Pega is trying to connect as well. So these are from OpenSpan to Pega. So these are the different documents which is earlier from the OpenSpan. So they are trying to convert everything with the robotics. So these are the different other documents which we need to go with that one as well. So this is like discover opportunities. Those are this which we need to check it out as well, which will give you some advantage on the uh, course. So this is as well need to be completed. Okay. Anything else, Naveen?
No. So which version did you certify? Got certified?
Yeah, see, it's only one version is available now. So like certification will be like robotics. That's it.
Okay. So there is no version.
Robotics has no version.
Okay. So we have to go to which help file then because they don't have any version. So which
No, no. See, if you go for the help, it will be go for SP1. Okay. So if you see it here, you need to go for this one,
first one?
8081 SP Studio Runtime.
Okay. Okay.
That is the help file we need to follow. 7 and 6 is very old. I think 1.5 year back, it's like 8 it started already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 8 actually like SP1 is the latest one. So that is a service release pack. So that is the latest SP1 is the latest one. But they are actually like more is the common, but some more features they have included in SP1 as well. So they actually like earlier there was no REST connector, so they've introduced a REST connector, JSON utilities. They have given a separate Excel feature. Earlier it was a part of the Office component, but now they have included a separate component. So if you don't have Excel in your system as well, it will work. Earlier it was dependent that you should have Microsoft Office installed in your system, but with the latest version, it doesn't need Excel to be there in your system. So it can be directly able to use the Excel file and can able to process that. So there are some advantages like features they have included in the components. So if you see the REST and JSON component they have included, Excel file connectors separately they have given. Earlier it was within the Office connector, but now it is came up with a separate one. So Excel file is coming up separately, REST and JSON component coming separately, and there is one more file. Actually, like I cannot see it here, but yeah, they've include another one within that. So if you see in this, within that you have another thing, uh, has more thing information here. So help has, so so this is like the Office connector, Excel, Outlook, Word. Okay, so that is going to be used from that. Vijay, you have any question? Okay, I think okay. Any more questions, Naveen?
No.
Okay. So normally this course take around 25 hours to 30 hours to complete. So will we try to cover, as I actually told, um, this breakpoints, different solutions, and the main thing is is the this part. Okay, how we are going to integrate with the different type of adapters: Windows, web adapter, text adapter, Office, platform with the Pega, how Citrix, database, and the custom DLL, PDF component. Okay, so that is the how we are going to work with XML, JSON. So that is we are going to see that out, and how we are going to see the different toolbox. So that is like if you see, these are the different components which is available in the toolbox. So we'll try to cover like most of them, which is actually going to be useful to understand different components. Okay, so like wait all, wait any, switch. Okay, script component, parallel process, ODBC query, all these connectors, we're going to see that out. Lookup. Uh, so that will going to help to see how we're going to do that. Hi Kumar, I think you just joined.
Yes, sorry, I was disconnected earlier and I rejoined.
Oh, okay, okay. You have any queries?
No, I'm good so far, thank you.
Yeah. So overall, if you see, actually, like see in market, there are other products is also has their own advantage. But when Pega is when it's trying to do the um, marketing of the OpenSpan or the Pega Robotics, so they first do this one. Actually, like most of the other product doesn't have RDA, so most of them are developed as the RPA solution. So they are not going to support support small part. Okay, so they most, and Pega Robotics has the both the feature RPA and RDA. Okay, other things they says that they are the small component, and Pega has a bigger platform, bigger place, bigger brand. So it is like more advantage to get used by the big players, because they have already a relationship with the big players. So they have one of the advantages there to get more popularity within the uh, companies. And another thing they like look for that, how much they're trying to save money, like how many bots are running. Okay, so the bots is means the server, how many automation bots are running to process your automation, how much they are successful. So they are actually like a comparison with the robotics and everywhere. So most of them actually I can see UiPath has is getting more advantage, more things, because they have last year they are the number one become, and they have their own features. But Pega has their own feature, like because none of them can be configured directly with the Pega. Only robotics has the feature. They have provided the feature to integrate within the Pega. So they have that one advantage, If you have any Pega application or any web application, you can directly integrate with that within that. And apart from the Pega, I think yeah, they have integrated with everything like a mainframe. They have so if you see the main tool which is we called as once it is get installed, okay, you will see in your PC that is called as translator. So if one of the product is not supported, what exactly you need to get it? You need a translator. Okay, so if you go to where it's your no, program files. It's my C drive. Why I cannot see. It should be in 86. Okay. So if you see, they have actually this all a lot of DLL. So if you have anything which is required to understand that, they need to go for this application extension. Okay, so that is actually going to be used as a translator. So if you have anything which is required, so you need to create a DLL, put it here, so that same application also you can able to automate after that. Yeah, so this is like I was talking about the translator. So this is like the different translator component for each one they are going to create. Okay, so all the .NET part to integrate with that, with the Java application, Microsoft Remedy, SAP, Siebel, Visual Basic, Web, Firefox, Chrome. Okay, so that is like a main thing. So this is like a different type of the connector which is required for translator. So normally when OpenSpan is going to put a control on from OpenSpan to the same application. So that application should able to understand what is the command or the control it's sent by OpenSpan. Okay, so that is getting understand by this translator. Okay, fine. Yeah, any other questions? Anyone? Ashok, hello.
Hello? Yeah,
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 hi
yeah.
Ashok. Yeah, I think we have done with this one. We have the queries, so you can check with the participant when we can start it out.
Okay, okay, sure, sir, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kumar and Naveen, you guys, if you have any questions, you can post it. Otherwise, we will wrap up for today. So it depends on your confirmation. We will continue the regular classes from tomorrow by the same time, same meeting.
Okay. Yeah, tomorrow is fine. Tuesday I may not attend.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So there will be recording be provided for any all the sessions, right?
Yes, yes, yeah. Every session will be recorded. I will give the recorded session.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
Okay, Naveen, yeah. Yeah, Kumar, do you have any questions?
I
Vijay?
have questions as such, but yes, I also will not be able to attend Tuesday. I have a commitment at 8 from 7 to 9:30.
That one, no problem. We will cancel it for one day. So we will take that class on the weekend something.
Sure.
Okay. Fine, Kumar. Yeah. Vijay, do you have any questions? Okay, guys. Yeah. We'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow you're available, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
available.
Okay. Fine, Kumar and Naveen. We'll meet tomorrow by the same time. Yeah. Thank you. I
Okay.
Okay.
will speak with
Right.
you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, call me.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.